This cello excerpt requires a strong martelé stroke. That means that the bow needs to be moving at a fairly fast pace and be marked on each end. Be very articulate at the beginning of the stroke and at the end. One thing you might also notice is that we've got double dots on our quarter notes throughout, which means that 16th note is going to be very snappy. One place that some people forget to have the snappy note is at the end of measure 11 and also on the end of measure 15. So just make sure that that continues. You'll want to avoid the open A's throughout if possible. That means in measure 5, perhaps doing a 1 to 4 shift, and then you can go back to a 4 on the D, on the high D. Also, I would suggest either doing a 2-4 or a 1-3 at the beginning of measure 10 to avoid that A string being a loud twangy sound. You'll notice the dynamic is fortissimo. So this is a very intense excerpt that needs a lot of energy throughout. Vibrate all of those notes, even the small ones. At the very end of the excerpt, you've got a ritardando. But if you have a listen to the entire beginning of the work on YouTube, where you can hear all the instruments, that would be very helpful to knowing how your part fits together, and also would help you understand the ritardando and the decrescendo that will happen at the end of the excerpt. Remember, crisp, clear, vibrate. Also take note of the tempo marking that they've provided for you. 104, go ahead and set that metronome. That's an easy way to just make sure that you're right with the tempo that